Introducing Secret Level Academy, a professional AI filmmaking masterclass teaching real production workflows for integrating generative AI into film, television, and advertising. You'll get 12 months of access to the full academy, including 7 core modules covering the filmmaking pipeline. Every lesson is based on real workflows used by the team at Secret Level, one of the leading AI native studios. You'll also get access to live sessions through the Level Up community, a private network of creatives at the intersection of creativity and technology. Secret Level Academy. Learn the pipeline. Master the craft. Enroll now.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Jason Zada. I'm the founder and Chief Creative Officer of Secret Level. This is a Secret Level Academy presents, and we are going to have an amazing discussion with Jovardi and Dimi, who did an amazing film called White Deer. So I'd love to introduce Jovardi to the stage. Hello.
Hey guys.
How are you?
Hello. Hey Jason.
Where are you coming?
Well.
Where are you coming from?
I'm in Ho Chi Minh now, which is in Vietnam. So it's late and it's monsoon season. So we just had a storm, a crazy storm here. And,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for staying up and doing this, and it's great to have you. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and then after that we could watch the film, talk about it.
Sure. So I'm a director. I'm directing for the last 19 years, did music videos, doing a lot of commercial work. That's storyteller.
Oh, you're breaking up. Breaking up. Are you there?
You heard, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Cool.
I heard myself.
What's that? We can see.
I said I heard myself.
Yeah, we could hear you. So filmmaker by trade, and then got into AI. When did you first start getting into AI filmmaking?
I was working a lot with VFX, still do, and basically when stuff started coming up, I started testing them and trying to implement it into whatever I was doing.
Amazing. Do you want to tell us a little bit about White Deer, and then we'll watch it?
Sure. Let's invite Dima. We also have like my DOP here, and he's also the producer, so we can discuss together with him.
Sure. Bring on Dima.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
It's just so hard when you're not seeing the audience. So here is us, and maybe you guys could enjoy the film first and then ask some follow-up questions. I don't know if someone really interested in my background, but some 20 years in classic filmmaking and still there. And
we worked together for I think 8 years.
Oh, cool.
With the team.
Nice.
Yeah, and AI now brought us new tools, and like it was 2 of us who was doing all the AI thing. And yeah, it's a great new possibilities for aspiring filmmakers to make new worlds and enjoy the film. Without further ado.
Cool. Yeah, let's watch the film, and then just make sure it's at the beginning. Let's watch the film, and then we'll talk about it.
Sure thing.
Cordelia! Cordelia! I'm here! I'm here! Odie! Odie, baby! I made a mistake! I made a fucking stupid mistake, alright? I made a mistake! Odie! Talk to me! I'm just a piece of shit. I'm just a fucking piece of shit, I know! Can we fucking go back now? Let's go back. Let's go back. Where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you? Cordelia! This is fucking bullshit! Cordelia!
Don't come any closer. I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't even know what this is. I keep thinking that I'm going to wake up and this is not real.
I love you!
You have no right to say those words to me.
But I do! I really do. Forgive me. Forgive me.
You didn't even notice.
Don't move.
Don't move.
Odie?
Just want what it was. Just for a second.
Everybody's waiting.
Forgive me. Please. Please forgive me. It's the only way.
Yeah, nice.
Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
That was amazing. I have so many questions. Tell us about the story before we get into like dissecting how you did it and what
Yeah,
all
sure.
the normal boring things. Like, just tell us about the story.
So I'm not going to tell you about story, and I'll tell you why, because for me, story is like the least important, not important, interesting thing in filmmaking, and at least in the films I love and like in the way I work. I can tell you about the world of it, and why there is kind of a world that I've been living and exploring for the last 3 years. And I played around with like many techniques. I did like paper collages of it, and I did some. Obviously, I wrote scripts and I wrote stories, and I kind of live in this world. And here I took a piece of that world and explored that. The core I'd say like the emotional or like the thing I'm exploring there and asking is, I mean, it's about relationships and about love. And um, it's very hard for me to say what it's about. Like, what's the story? I mean, you can see the story, right? You have a bride, you have a they have a wedding. She's running to the cliff. Like you see the narrative is very clear, but again, for me, it's more about the symbols. It's more about the experience of that world and how it is feeling.
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
It does. It does. Tell us about just how you went about making a film like this. Like, what was your process? Like, how did you start? What was the production like?
Sure. Well, where should I put the beginning point?
Just where, like, how did you, like, what was your process in
Was
making?
but from idea or from initial
Either.
concepts?
Yeah, from like, how did you
Either.
go from pre-production
Um,
to production?
I was uh suffering, and then I managed to write the script. And then after we had the script, the Dima and Julia could kind of figure out, okay, what we can look at. Like we had basically it went like this. I have a we worked on it as a feature film, and I've been writing this feature film for like 3 years. Dima knows about it because every time we meet, kind of like
Yeah.
in like a different country, 'cause for production, and I tell him about it and kind of go, okay, Dima, this is now I'm changing it, and now it's all happening in a hotel, and now no, now. So I've been writing this for like the last 3 years, and then Artist approached me to do something, anything. So I thought this is like an opportunity to kind of explore this
Mm,
world, but I didn't find any scene. I didn't find any scene in the original script, in like the full film. At the beginning, I went through it and I kind of looked for like just one specific scene I might be able to make into a short film, but none worked because they kind of needed each other to make sense. Um, so I said, okay, I'll make something else that is in this world. And I said yes to them, and I said to Dima, let's start working. So we started kind of pre-production without me really knowing, without having a script. And then I said, okay, like I woke up one morning with the idea, with this
mm,
vision of this woman running, and then I kind of elaborated the script from there. I wanted to, because it's a short film, and I didn't want it to feel like a trailer or a teaser. I wanted to feel like a film. So I knew I have to condense it into one or two scenes, and not like spread around and build um kind of in a way kind of less world building and more emotional building. But again, I mean, it's still there's a lot of world building involved. And yeah, you want to jump off on from here?
Thank you, John. No, I think you could start maybe from Abraham and Isaac, and this story because the biblical grounding was from the
It's
very
true.
beginning. It was always about love and sacrifice. There was something that was always there. So we kind of
Yeah.
knew with what kind of metaphors we're working here and with what kind of storytelling style, because we're both like huge fans of David Lynch and um, directors who's working this kind of material. And yeah, I mean, this we build it together, and I think the style shaped in making of it, and we kind of wanted to um, make it as real as possible and use technology to make like a set extensions. So basically, almost like painted backdrops, but in 2026.
And
Um,
yeah, tell me about the production process. Like, was this shot on stage? Was it shot on location? Just tell us a little bit about that. And then we have a couple clips of behind the scenes we can show.
so the world itself, it wasn't something we never experienced. So it was based on one of my trips to Madeira, and there is this fanal forest on Madeira, and the mood and the haze from like, because there is a times where like a very dense fog coming on a forest, and it happens like very occasionally, and you in this like surrounded with these amazing trees and the serenity of this place. And there was like, so all the inspirations came from real life, and this is something that like John first and I wanted always, to every single location to have a physical equivalent in real life. And even the wedding, it's one of the castles in UK, so it's a real castle with real white deer. It's not white, but with the real deal deers at the front. So it's all based.
Oh, it goes down to the smallest details. If you can see like the trees behind the husband, behind Dice. You don't know his name in the film, but behind Dice. The yeah. Oh, this is actually photos from being he has amazing sessions there. So if you see the trees behind him, they're like tilted because this is how trees would be when they're on the edge of the cliff, because the wind kind of pushes them always into some kind of a direction as they grow, so they get this kind of shape. And we really wanted like everything to feel. I mean, those stuff matter to make the full experience whole. Really, yeah.
And so is this a real
Well,
photo, or is this AI?
It's a real photo of a fanal forest on Madeira
no,
Island.
photo.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So
this is one of the inspiration. I don't know if we sent more, but this is one of them.
yeah, tell me about. I'll play this really quickly. Behind the scenes clip. Tell me about this.
So, John, do you want to talk about this, or should I talk about the test period?
Um, yeah, we can. Well, this is Yulia who produced with Dima the film, and is also Dima's wife. So I mean, this is only one of the tests. We had a full, was it 1 or 2 testing days, Jimmy?
It was
We took the Alexa and all the lenses, and we really wanted to see, felt how, for me, it was important to see how the models react to cinematic lenses. And sometimes they would work better, and sometimes they would work worse. It, uh, it was just very important to kind of test every possible option of like how to make it, also to know like what not to do. And this one was one of the tests where we tried video to video and background changes. I don't remember which. I guess it was Kling, or because I think Students wasn't out by that
Yeah, I think
moment
we
yet.
tried everything. So, oh, sorry. Yeah, we tried every single
No,
model.
you go.
We tried every single technology that was available at that time, and what we understood, we need to do it for real.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
We
the
tried
human
this. We tried
face,
that. We tried
yeah, the
everything.
human face is so unique, and that's why we understood cinema will be cinema. You need to shoot it
It's
for real.
yeah. It's more about like. Also, there is something that, I feel filmmaking, there is a ritualistic aspect to it.
Mhm.
Well, you have a vision and then it is manifested in the world with the actors and with the crew, and that event really happens. I mean, it's is physical, and then you document it with the camera and with the crew, and then maybe you do all the VFX and stuff on it, but you still had an actual event that happened, and that event uh, trigger emotions in other people. Because I was doing a lot. I know you saw some AI experimentation before that, like Icona and like other shorts, and there was always obviously before that I was making I was making commercials, and I had my film school period, but like on the AI timeline, that you can always feel that something is missing. Like you
Mm.
can direct the characters, but you can't really direct them. You kind of direct them, and then you need to redirect them in the edits, and then it's not real, and you don't have anyone to collaborate with. My work with Stacy and like with both actors really was it was a profound work. We sat, I mean, as much as you can for a short film. We had like deep conversations about um life and about their experience and how they interpreted the script, and some of that affected back like finds place in the maybe not in the words, but like in the interpretation of the words, um, and that really I mean, this is for me filmmaking, this collaboration, like same as I do with Dima on all the visual world and visual aspects of things, and like our visual way of storytelling. The actors are the one that lead the emotional path, and
Yeah.
maybe in my head they need to scream, but then they need to be quiet. So we talk about it and we understand why.
Yeah. So tell me about the ending
Yeah.
was really really interesting. Her transformation and all that sort of stuff. Where did like what parts of this did you use AI on?
So we use AI in all the shots, but we also shot all the shots. So she was acting all those, like any moment there is like really her acting, and then we implemented AI elements, like some with nano banana on the frames, and then it's like every shot is kind of different, so it's not like one technique, but
Mm.
it's all based on her real performance, which this, unlike the other parts of the film where we were always on like either I think we were like either tripod or like very basic push-ins. But here Dimi took the camera and we were like handheld, and we really wanted to be with her in this moment. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
And then I know, go ahead, Doom.
yeah, it's so good because we shot everything. Every single shot you see was where you see the transformation was shot for real, and all the flashes, all the timing of this. That's why they're working so well in the edit because it was all timed on set. So that's the main part of the trickery is that it was all real, and I think also like that we've shot it on a film camera using the film lenses and all of the human touch thing, the mistake, the when the focus puller mistake, the operator mistake, and it was like the main intention was to capture as much performance from the actors we possibly can, and to capture their faces in the also best possible manner. That's why it's 4:3. Like it's just best aspect ratio for a human face. Yeah. Um, yeah,
No, it's true,
that's
and also from production value, every framing kind of dictates like you can do if you have a lot of budget, you can do wider screens because you can fill the space better and you can light better. But like the tighter you go, the less budget. Not again, this is dictated the decision there, but it's also
it's
this format shines in yeah.
part of the style because of the
Yeah,
limitation. That's also true. Yeah, yeah. No,
yeah.
I
I
mean,
remember it's a different sorry, I just jump into a memory because it reminded me. We had a shoot we did like a Samsung earbuds in Bangkok, and it was 16 by 9. Like it wasn't the main ad, it was like I don't know, like the 16 by 9 ones. And we had to fill a university with students, and we didn't know how to do it. But in 916, yeah, sorry, 916.
Yeah, the
And
yeah.
then when you have 916, yeah, the vertical, it's enough to have like 30 or 40 extras, and you feel like like a huge stadium is full because you only need
Yeah.
this row. So yeah, so just find it. Memory.
That's one of the bright sides of 9 by 16. Yeah, it's a hard format to work in.
Yeah,
So tell me about
horrible, horrible.
there's a bunch of these previs stills. Tell me about sort of your process for this.
Yeah, so there is two parts in it. One is obviously the pre-planning and knowing what you're going to shoot and also is editing it. So we had a like a 3D previous edit version of the full film with like the reading of the actors before we really broke down each shot to and and I think that's for me. First of all, this is like how I'm used to work because uh, just like that's how I grew up, and second, you kind of know the footage, and you can already take out the parts that are not working, and it's kind of
Mm.
pre-testing the um yeah. Dima, anything to add here?
yeah, just your internet connection is still not the best. So we probably heard a third of what you've said. I could add that John was doing the script with a script writer, and I was same time I was just doing this like visual language Bible we have for the whole film with how it will look like, what will be the framing like, where we're gonna put the actors. So we like he was doing the script and I was developing this together with John and like how it works when you edit. And then this is something we also feed AI as like a framing reference. So that was it. Was I don't remember, what was the name? So it is also very fast to move the camera in this app. Forgot the name of this app. It's like Previs Pro or something. And because when you're generating in AI, it limits you to very limited and very orthodox framing.
Yeah.
And if you want something very unusual, have a left, have a right, one side, or a very specific lens, you're very limited to this control, because this is a very basic 3D program, but it allows you to move immediately, and you can put a few persons and make it very minimalistic but very fast. You don't need to prompt anything. You just adding and but actually this program uses the generated props, which is also very cool, and you can scale them.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it really allowed us to develop this framing language we have throughout this 4-minute piece. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. I've been hearing more and more that a lot of people are using sort of 3D, previs as basic, starting places for a lot of AI work. If you're never going to go hybrid and you're just going to stay in AI, because you're right, a lot of the angles are so prescribed, right? Like just it's very and I think one of the things that as a director, especially on set, when you get a viewfinder and you're like looking for that right shot and the right angle and the right lens and everything, it's so much harder to do that in AI. So I think it's really interesting that you do that 3D previs and work a lot of that out before getting on set. And I think that's, at least for me, one of the things I love about AI is like how much you can work out before you even step on set on a lot of projects. Why? I'm curious, just like black and white.
Why black and white? Or
Yeah, it's just I mean,
Aesthetically, it's awesome.
it started the. Am I connected? Can
Yeah,
you
you're
hear me?
connected.
yeah, it's just a delay,
Am I
like
live?
15 seconds probably.
Okay. So I'll answer, then I'll wait 15 seconds, then I'll hear you back. Now I see Jason laughing. I know exactly how much time I have of delay,
Got the
so
delay.
I can time by that. Basically the first frame ever created in this story was black and white, and it's I feel it's an at least this project is kind of an archetypical for me, like an archetypical, is that the right word? Like archetype. We're working with archetypes and kind of mythological worlds or mythological inner worlds. So I didn't wanna so that's one, the mythology, and like it goes into the fact that I I knew that this will be my, or at least hoped that this will be my first feature film, because this was developed as a feature film first, and I wanted to limit myself and to not use colors, because I mean I come from family of artists. My mother is a painter, and I love color, but I knew that if I'm starting to go into like color and theory, and I would just go mad. Uh, so I said, okay, I'll start with just black and white, and I'm not, and that's enough. Even just like light and contrast is a lot to handle. There was no moment in the history of this project that it was meant to be in color.
Yeah. And do you remember that conversation we have, and you asked me like, what would you be your proposal, preferable aspect ratio, and like color black and white, 4:3 black and white? It's like
The moment, yeah.
it's like a
I
holy
wanted to use
grail.
Force 3. Dima said, I want to do Force 3. I said, Dima will do whatever you want.
Yeah, 4:3 and black and white. I love it. So tell me about like a shot like this. How did you achieve a shot like this?
Um, so this one was I was one of the hardest really
Yeah, I think it was
to
After Effects
create.
composing.
It
I
was
think.
no, it was photoshopped. Like we maybe it was composed. Maybe it was yeah,
Yeah, some
we
elements
had some
composed,
composing here, I
some
think,
it just
on this one.
because of the limitation
Yeah.
of the system, you cannot put a person in danger, and you have to find ways around.
It's not only you cannot put them in danger, also some models are like most models are way stronger in details and like macro shot, but then
Yeah.
on the wider the definition kind of goes away.
Mm.
And so yeah, so this had to be composed. Yeah.
And then like one of the things I thought was fascinating, which is like just the mood of everything, felt very it's like this very dark feeling through the whole thing. Um and when I was looking at a lot of these shots, I was just asking myself, like what was live action, what wasn't, all those different types of things. And I think that's one of the great things. If you could make a film that does have AI in it, I think one of the goals that we always have is just you don't notice it. It's not noticeable in any way, shape, or form. And I would say with this, it was one of those that it just like kind of stopped me when I first saw it. I was just like, so many beautiful, composition shots.
So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. No, we have.
Yeah. So
It
I
took
think
us.
even
It took us a lot
the
of
fact
time to
no,
develop
but the
it.
fact that he yes,
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
we're
just
still developing it.
delay both sides, and then
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know when you start talking. Go ahead.
No, it's all
No,
good. Um, yeah, what a process.
Yeah, and I think
And the actors were so good.
yeah, John, it's most of your sensibility, because I think why this short works so well because of your John sensibility of emotion of these people, and like every single frame it works for the story. I think that's why you feel it, you feel their emotions, and you feel this world. It wasn't an easy process in the edit as well.
I was gonna say probably a lot of time in the edit and post.
Yeah, to make this kind of dopamine montage and the feeling of this thread, we spent. I mean, it's just mostly John's work. Amazing edit and amazing sensibility to. I think he broke every single rule in filmmaking. We cross 180 degree in for dialogues, and a lot of things doesn't make sense from from the books. But when it's just about feelings, how you feel it, how you feel this shot or that shot, and how you feel this shot together, and how the music works and everything. It still amazes me like how it all went together. And John, it's all credit to you, just the sensibility when to cut, and all this is just John's sensibility and feeling.
And then Timothy gone.
Yeah, here we go. So let's
No,
take.
you're back. You're back.
You're back. Let's take some questions from the audience if there's any questions. Anyone?
Sure.
In the meantime, while we're waiting on that, I love when you sent this. I was fascinated with it. So this is like pre-making the film. This is like inspiration for mood that you took, or
Yeah, I mean, I've shot like dozens, maybe hundreds of photos on Fanal. It's a very famous forest. If you just Google Fanal Forest, you'll see hundreds of these kind of images. And when I traveled there, It was before the whole white deer thing, but when the white year came, it was like, I mean, yes, this might be the location. So we just decided to, yes, let's make it all based on our experience, something we experienced in our life, and then combine it with other elements, and but to have a real grounding.
That's so good. Anything else you guys want to tell us about the film?
John?
No, I think if someone watched it, the film should kind of stand.
Speaks for
I can
itself.
talk about other things. I can talk about, yeah, yeah.
What's next for you?
I mean, from this, we'll basically, we're packaging it and we're going now and pitching it to production houses. That's the not this film. I mean the feature film, feature film version of it.
Awesome.
Looking for a green light.
Yeah, because you've built such a
We're
strong.
waiting for the green light. Yeah.
Waiting for aren't we all? You've built such a strong, visual style and world there. So I think it's really. I'd really be interested to see a feature film based upon this. Cool. Well, there's no other questions I saw, so we're gonna wrap this up. Really appreciate you guys jumping on and telling everybody about this. Like I said, when I first saw it, when you sent it to me, I was blown away, and I was like, oh, we gotta chat about this, just because it felt so much different than a lot of the other AI related hybrid films that I've been seeing. So really love chatting about it, and thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks. Thank you.
For
Thanks,
having-
Jason.
All right. See you, everybody.
Bye, guys.
This is Secret Level Academy, an AI filmmaking masterclass designed for creatives working in film, television, advertising, and content production. Built by the professional team at Secret Level to teach cutting-edge techniques and production workflows. From ideation to production to post, learn how generative AI fits into real-world filmmaking pipelines. Dozens of classes, assets, and course companion documents. And the Level Up community, live classes, guest artists, and social networking exclusively for Academy members. Secret Level Academy, a professional masterclass for the next era of production. Enroll now.